Hello students, I am Ruby from Genius Public Inter College. Today I am going to teach you about globes and maps. As we all know that our earth is round like a ball and it's rotating on its axis. There is an imaginary line which passes through the center of the earth. The two ends of pole axes are North Pole and the South Pole. The Earth rotates from the west to east, its complete rotation in 24 hours. The Earth is divided into two hemisphere, northern hemisphere, and this is our southern hemisphere. To represent the earth, we use a spherical device called a globe. A globe is a three-dimensional representation of the earth rotating on its axis. On the globe, there is a horizontal line which divides the earth into two equal halves. This line known as equator. This is equator and this line divides the earth into two parts. Earth rotates on its axis, which is an imaginary line. This is a imaginary line is called axis. It's called axis. It's an imaginary line that runs through the two end points of the earth. One is North Pole and second is South Pole. The huge size of the earth make it difficult for us to study it as a whole. To make this easy, we represent the earth as different ways. Two of the most important tools for doing this are maps and globes. Now we discuss about map. A map is a two-dimensional drawing of a place on a flat surface as it appears from a position above. It shows where things are in that place. Map can be of various type and size based on what that map shows. Different colors are also used to highlight the different features of maps. Nowadays, map can be used on phones. Some important types of maps and what they show, let us discuss in this chapter. First type of map is political map. Political map shows border of countries and states, national capitals and state capital and also it shows other cities boundaries in map. Now second map is physical map. In this map we will show landform and water bodies and the height of different places and also we will show natural reasons in this maps. The third map is thematic map. In this map, we will show information related to the particular theme, example, major crops, rainfall in different parts of the country and so on. Next is features of map. There is some feature of the map. First is title. The title to explain what the map is about. The second feature of map is key. It explains the symbols and color used in map. The third feature of the map is scale to show how much area is covered by the map. The fourth feature of the map is direction and it shows the north, south, east and west in the map. And the last is grid, lines that divide the maps into equal parts. It's divided into equal parts maps. Now the second heading is globe. The word globe comes from the Latin word globus meaning sphere or something that is round. A globe is a three-dimensional model of the earth. It is shaped like the earth and shows us how the earth looks. We can easily understand what is the difference between globe and map with the help of this table. First, we can see map and globe heading. First of all, we can see the whole earth at a time on a world map. A globe can show only one part of the earth at a time. It is the drawing of a place on the earth on a flat surface as seen from above. It is a small model of the earth which shows us what the earth looks like. The third is it can provide detailed information, and in globe it does not provide detailed information as it show the whole earth. Fourth is it cannot be used to study the rotation and revolution of earth, and in globe it can be rotated on an axis and so can be used to study the rotation and revolution of earth. Now last not the least, it is easy to carry around and it is difficult to carry around. It is very good questions. How does a globe help us to study the earth? Since it is shaped like the earth, a globe makes it easier to understand the shape of continents and water bodies. The second is since it is made of scale, the position of place and the distance between them are also accurately shown. There is some features of globes. First is we can turn the globes on its axis to see any part of the earth we want at a time. The axis of a globe is not vertical, it is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree. This shows the tilt of the earth with respect to the path that it takes to go around the sun. And the third is the globe shows some important points or lines. As the shape of a globe is similar to that of the earth, we can understand the position of those lines and points much better on a globe than on a map. Now we will discuss about important points and lines on a globe. First is the North and the South Pole. North Pole and South Pole. They are two ends of the Earth's axis. They are found at the top and bottom on a globe. It's a top North Pole and its bottom is South Pole. Now second is equator. We will discuss already about this. It is an imaginary line drawn around the middle of globe to divide it into two equal parts of hemisphere. To the north of the equator is the northern hemisphere, below the equator to the south is the southern hemisphere. This half portion is called northern hemisphere, and this called southern hemisphere. The next point is the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. These are two imaginary lines drawn around the globe on either side of the equator. The Tropic of Cancer is in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn is in the southern hemisphere. This is the Tropic of Cancer. This is in northern hemisphere, and this is the Tropic of Capricorn. This is in southern hemisphere. Now fourth point is the prime meridian. It is a vertical imaginary line from the North Pole to the South Pole. There is another imaginary line on the other side of the prime meridian known as the 180-degree meridian. These two lines divide a globe into the eastern and the western hemisphere. This is our prime meridian. There will be show all the important lines and on their globe. Now, students, we will learn lot of things in this chapter. Earth shapes, globe, maps, type of maps, globe and maps, features different in globe and maps, important points of the map, important feature of the map and the globe's important points, and etc. This is your first chapter explanation. I hope you will understand all the points. Thank you so much.